Chambers was quoting me, and just like our website, it's a fabrication of what I said. Miss Weinstein is right. Miss Weinstein is right. Those are the reasons that we are not going to rebuild that school. It is about the footprint, and it is about the community. The community leaders, the county leaders, the education experts said, given the restrictions of that land and given the community, we should, and given the availability of capacity elsewhere, we should pursue another option. And that's what we did. It's a very difficult decision, and it weighs heavy, but it's the right decision. Don't shake your head. It's the right decision, and nobody in here has called me and talked to me. And so this is an opportunity for people to talk to us and find out what's really going on. You're going to see in the next few weeks solutions to be presented to you as to what's going to happen with those kids. Thank you.
I think the reasons why the school is being closed were already stated. What I think is that the situation could have been handled a lot better. Communication again, public input, I don't know that there was any. So that it wasn't a surprise. I think people should have known ahead of time, had a little bit of an idea of what was going to happen to their children before it got dropped on everybody. This could have been handled better. Thank you.
The size was definitely part of it. This discussion started back before the 2008 bond. Hedrick has been needed of repair for a long, long time. Hedrick is a very, very difficult decision. So in the 2008 bond, the trustees and the administration punted because it's hard. We couldn't punt anymore. The building is falling apart, both of them. It's a very unique situation. They share a cafeteria, and they're jammed into one area. And so rebuilding it in one area is definitely something that was, but to me it's the academic environment that we can provide these children that we cannot provide them if they remain in the same socioeconomic cluster that they are now.
Can I just make a comment? And then, please. You know, as someone from the inner city who has actually personally been through schools in your neighborhood being closed, it's devastating to the community. It completely breaks the community apart when you have kids who live on the same block going to 2 or 3 different schools. So that's why I asked the question, because this is something that's deep and meaningful to me because I've experienced it personally.
Thank you. We have time. Do you have any online questions? We have time for just a few more questions. Probably just 2 more questions, actually. Anyone else? Yes.
I've just got a comment. I have called both Christy and Tracy, and they've both been available at a moment's notice, and I appreciate being able to communicate with our people at service.
Thank you. Do you want to project?
Project.
All right.
What are the candidates' thoughts regarding school vouchers being used for private schools as the Senate has been looking at?
The question is about the use of student vouchers for private schools.
I'm very against vouchers on a number of occasions, a number of levels. The current Senate Bill 3 that's currently just passed our Senate and is now working its way into the House. I do not like it for many reasons. The voucher, the Franken voucher that they're producing currently is nothing like anything in the other states within the U.S. They keep saying it's school choice, it's school choice. They're trying to give vouchers to anyone, whereas the other states have education savings accounts, vouchers, what do you want to call them, and they're tailored to special education kids or low socioeconomics. Ours is available to everybody. It can cost the state billions of dollars. I'm very against it.
I also am against vouchers or any of the programs similar to that. I think our public school system is one of the things that makes this country great, brings everybody from various socioeconomic levels together, and makes us a society and makes us Americans.
To clarify an earlier comment, it's people in this room that haven't contacted me that are shaking their heads, but as it relates to vouchers, I'm on record that I oppose it. It's defunding public education. And the current bill that's passed the Senate, there is a nuance there. It's not coming out of the same set of money. It's a different set of money. That's how they're getting around this being vouchers. For those who support vouchers and who support this going to private schools, be wary, because you're going to get the same teaks that we're getting. You're going to take the same STAR test that we take. You're going to get the same stipulations. While one senator wants to change the Constitution of the state to prohibit that, just know that that money comes with obligations.
Just same thing. I do not believe in the voucher system. It is defunding our public schools. I don't believe in any of the other. They've tried to call it vouchers, saving plans, numerous other things. It only is going to end up hurting our public school systems, and definitely will fight against it.
I'm also very opposed to school vouchers. I'm opposed to defunding public schools to alternative education. And I'm also concerned about SB 3 because if you continue to read down through it, then they're giving away tax credits to businesses who will donate to private and charter schools. And that's just taking money out of our pocket. You know, our schools, I think our schools are underfunded. I think we do a good job of what we have, but I don't think SB 3 is a good idea.
All right, with that, I want to thank the candidates for being here today. We have to, we'll take one more quick question.
One more question. Just what have you done yourself to contact the legislators and let them know about your opinion about the vouchers?
So first, let's get a raise of hands if you have contacted a legislator about the vouchers. All right, quickly, what's been your...
I have emailed them, called them, drove down to Austin, had meetings with their aides, had meetings with the legislators themselves.
At this point, nothing beyond an email?
I contact the 4 of our legislative delegation weekly. I text them to let them know that I'm praying for them and that they're halfway through and how serious their function is. I contact them, each of them. I've contacted Ron and Pat and Tan and Senator Nelson, although I didn't speak to Senator Nelson. Many of you wouldn't be able to speak to her if you called. But I've contacted them personally and expressed that they always take my call, and I appreciate their consideration, although I think vouchers will be dead in the House.
I've emailed, texted, and called, basically, especially about Senate Bill 3, hoping to make sure that we don't get it passed.
I participated in email campaigns, but you know, and I will give credit to Christy and Tracy. They organized a group of people to go down to Austin, and I got to go down with them, and I got to personally express how I felt about several things. And I have to say I appreciated that opportunity.
Let's get a round of applause for our candidates. Thank you. Thank you.